This week,
those who come here as temporary visitors and overstay their visas, we don't want them.
Several African nations found themselves locked out of the United States again. The Trump administration says it's about national security and visa overstays, but the logic is kind of shaky. Welcome to the flip side. Here's who is affected: Chad, the Republic of Congo, Eritrea, Somalia, Equatorial Guinea, Sudan, and Libya, all banned. Sierra Leone and Togo are partially banned. This means that obtaining a US visa will be extremely difficult.
No, it is not logic, it is racist, because the question we should ask ourselves, why Sierra Leone? Why us in Africa? Looking at the economic trend and looking at the things that are going on, if you want to do a travel ban as a president, of course you have to do it. You look at the pros and cons. Do you think we are more than the Nigerians, the Guineans, the other countries? No.
I think it's racist. It's based on racism, because comparing the amount of visas being given to Sierra Leoneans to the US, it's very, very small.
To say it's illogic and to say it's racist is too direct, it's too damning. However, I think it could have been reviewed and done effectively.
It's very logical based on his agenda. He should start thinking about America, and he should start doing things that he's doing. So it's weird. For most of us, for some of people, it's weird, but I think it's very logical.
According to Trump's team, these countries fail to meet US security and vetting standards. Some are accused of posing a very high risk. But is that really what's going on? Take this for example. Trump cited a recent Colorado attack by an Egyptian man as part of the reasoning behind his latest travel ban. But guess what? Egypt did not make the list.
Whether it's Egypt or it's Sudan or it's Haiti, whichever country is targeted, if you look at the summary or list of countries, you will see that these countries constitute largely, people in those countries are largely black, brown, or Muslim majority populations. So by targeting people based on their race, on their religion or nationality, from countries with predominantly black, brown, and Muslim majorities, this blanket ban constitutes racial discrimination under international human rights law.
Visa overstays were another reason. In 2023, Chad had just 377 overstays. In contrast, Spain had over 20,000 overstays, according to figures from the US Homeland Security. You heard right, 20,000. Why is Chad on the list and not Spain? Only Trump knows. But the double standards are hard to ignore. Trump is penalizing African countries for minimal infractions while sparing others with higher overstay numbers or terrorism-related incidents.
This proclamation, in our view, constitutes racial discrimination under international human rights law. In particular, if you look at the International Convention on the Elimination of Racial Discrimination, Article 1.3, we also believe that this proclamation is cruel. It violates the right to seek and enjoy asylum from persecution, and the U.S. obligation and international law and the national refugee law. And then finally, the proclamation is simply arbitrary. It effectively punishes nationals of selected countries in Africa for issues that are beyond their control.
Africa is young, innovative, and rising fast. African nations contribute to global stability and progress, including in the U.S. Additionally, tens of thousands of African students study in the US. Banning Africans from traveling to the US does not just close the borders, it closes doors to partnerships, talent, and collaborations that benefit both sides. And that's the flip side.